Saints at Cowboys. First, I want to talk about Morris Claiborne storming out of the practice facility when he found out that he got benched by Orlando Scandrick, and it's a good thing. But Morris Claiborne got benched last year in Week 2, and his replacement was Scandrick. And Morris Claiborne didn't get his job back the whole year, training camp, and then Scandrick got those 2-game suspensions for failing the drug test or whatever, and then he comes back. Of course, he's going to get his starting role back. Morris Claiborne, this shouldn't last long from him. He needs to grow up. He needs to understand that he hasn't played well. 3 interceptions, 28 games isn't very good. I was talking to Oscar on my post game, and I was telling him, they need to bench Mo. Our starting lineup should be, Carr, Scandrick, and Sterling Moore. So it don't come to a surprise to me that they did it, but Moore needs to see more action because he played very well against the Titans. Enough of Mo. He needs to grow up a little bit, and understand that even he admitted that he played sloppy in that interception. It was overthrown. So, there's not really much you can say. It was overthrown ball. Of course, any cornerback would have intercepted that. But who knows if the receiver would have caught it? Mo has poor technique in tackling, so that would have been scary if he would have caught the ball anyway. Anyway, let's talk about the game. Saints, Cowboys, Sunday Night Football. First Sunday Night Football game for the Cowboys this year at AT&T Stadium. It's not going to be like last year's game. We had a 32nd ranked defense. This defense shouldn't be ranked 32nd this year. They've shown potential, and our offense is sticking to ground and pound football. Ronaldo McClain plays and Justin Durant plays. We're good. Anthony Smith is supposed to come back this week. I don't expect much from him at all. Maybe a few snaps. If they let him, he might be active and he might be inactive. So we'll see what happens there. What they need to do is keep Heath out of the secondary too. Heath is just a special teams player because last year the Saints torched Heath, and I hope that they just don't pick on Claiborne. I hope they should tell Heath, you're not getting in the secondary by any means necessary because last year they made you look like Pee-wee football. This shouldn't be like the game last year. This should be a really, really close game if they can stick to the run game and if the defensive line can put pressure on Drew Brees. And that's how the Browns beat Drew Brees, because they put pressure for 60 minutes right in his face. They should win. They should. It'll be a really, really close game. Probably one of the best games of the year. This game should be. But, if they don't beat the Saints, then we can have that conversation about, the 49ers beat them, which is a good team. The Titans and Rams, aren't a good team, and they didn't beat, the Saints, which have struggled so far this year. So you can say, Cowboys are still average, so don't expect another 8-8 season or worse. But I don't think that's the case. So Cowboys should win. Anyway, guys, enjoy the game. Enjoy Sunday Night Football. All right, here we go. Sunday night. No, I'm just playing. But anyway, catch up 2011. Have a great, great Sunday. Peace.